This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players. To us here in the booth, I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now let's check out the starters for the East All-Stars. We've got Durant. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Irving. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Tatum in at the 4. Now here is George. Morant passes to LeBron. Some nice passing here by the West. Shot clock at 3. It's Sullivan. It's Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand. The biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Here's DeRozan, following the score by Damian Lillard.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jokic finds James. Now Morant. Lillard from outside. And the West hit again from deep.
And you see the confidence Lillard has from that spot. You expect him to knock those down.
Irving passes to Tatum. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Tatum's shot is off. Pass to Morant. Outside for George. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Williamson is checked in for the West. Stephen Curry comes in for George.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Antetokounmpo.
It energizes everybody when LeBron is locked in like this on the defensive end.
Curry finds Williamson. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the West All-Star.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Right side Curry. Morant passes to LeBron. Lillard left side. Dishes it to Williamson. Morant outside. And Lillard kicks to Morant. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches. Forever covers a ton of ground. Wow, on fire. They haven't missed a shot so far.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the West All-Stars?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to
stepped up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
It's stolen by Curry. Floats it up for Williamson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And another miss by the East. And so Lillard will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Moran finds Williamson. Curry with him. Shoots over DeRozan. Here's Lillard. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
The East trail by 14. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. He didn't talk a lot about their game strategy. It was just about getting guys involved when they're on the floor. He also wants to see certain lineups together. He said it's fun dreaming about what could be if you had all this talent on the same team. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now here's Williamson. And Lillard kicks to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. The East trail by 14. Outside Irving. This one for three. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Irving's got 7 points.
Irving knocking down that three. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
And good that time.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by James. It's Curry outside, and the West hit again from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Well, the elevated playmaking from DeRozan has been a revelation of late. An all-around threat who still feels underappreciated by many, and I think that drives him quite a bit.
And the rejection by Giannis. On the wing, Mitchell. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. He's making passes like that, too. Watch out.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's going to send LeBron James to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. The East trail by 13. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen.
A nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
LeBron outside. It's Lillard, top of the key. Back to James. Over Tatum. Curry against DeRozan. Lillard from outside. And the West hit again from deep.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Goes up, and Antetokounmpo with the jam.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides, the way he does.
Williamson is checked in for the West. Randall's checked in for the East. Halliburton comes in for Irving. And Giannis throws it down.
A clean pass that time from Halliburton to a wide-open teammate. Just smart ball movement there.
Curry Dishes to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well.
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful. What a punch. Halliburton kicks to Mitchell. And stolen by James. Out to Morant. To the inside. Here's Williamson. Curry on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
2 shots. And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the East.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
He gets it in there. Giannis has got 10.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
The West leading by 14. James kicks to Curry. Randall against James. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And known for being a clutch performer, Dame has his sights set on tight. A true leader with a winning mindset.
Oh, the alley-oop connection. That's all-star play at its best.
Morant against Antetokounmpo. Yes, that goes in. He's got 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes... My goodness.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Curry with the bounce pass. Williamson, the pass to LeBron. Kicks it out to Lillard. Takes a 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Halliburton with it. Now defended by Williamson. Halliburton, that's good.
Halliburton in his bag for sure right now, showing you everything he's got, including the soft touch.
Lillard from outside. And the West hit again from deep.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Here's Brown. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Halliburton, that's good.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton cruising with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Williamson. Jackson comes in for James. Paul George is checked in for John Morant. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Stephen Curry. Adebayo is checked in for the East. Holiday comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Jokic finds Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. They took a bit of a risk letting them stay out there with so many early fouls, and now they'll be paying for it the rest of the game.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Williamson is checked in for Jokic. James comes in for Jackson. Morant, he's checked in for George. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Randall. Brown outside. Shot from 12. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
If you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And LeBron James gets it to go. LeBron's got 17.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Goes up the baseline. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
When you give Brown some daylight, some room to operate, he pounces on it.
Lillard from outside. And the West hit again from deep.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And so it's the West All-Stars with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. Right back after this break. Back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
You got Luka Doncic. Sabonis is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's John Morant, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Now that was nasty. Absolutely nasty. Halliburton looking like a street baller with that kind of dribble move. Major handles.
And